Hey, English learners, have you ever wondered what it would really be like to live and breathe English every single second of every single day? Could your brain handle it? Would you finally unlock fluency, or would you just break? Welcome to English Odyssey, and today I'm taking you on a wild personal experiment. I only spoke English for 72 hours straight. My mission? To push my limits, test my fluency, and see if I could survive a full 3 days immersed in only English. Spoiler alert, my brain definitely felt a little broken by the end, but the results, you won't believe them. Part 1. The challenge begins day 1. The excitement and the first jolt. It's Friday morning and the 72-hour clock has officially started. No more quick chats in my native language, no more scrolling social media in anything but English, and even my internal monologue, English only. The initial feeling was pure adrenaline. I started my day trying to narrate everything in my head. Okay, I need to make coffee. Where's the milk? Oh, it's almost empty. Simple, right? But the first jolt came sooner than expected. Trying to communicate a slightly complex thought, maybe explaining a technical issue over the phone, or even just telling a detailed story to a friend, suddenly felt like running through mud. Words I knew disappeared. My brain felt like it was buffering. I realized how much I rely on my native language for quick, effortless communication. Day 1 was a mix of excitement, self-correction, and the surprising realization of how hard it is to switch off your default language. Every interaction, every thought became a conscious effort. Part 2, the struggle is real. Day 2, fatigue, frustration, and funny mistakes. By Saturday, the novelty had worn off and the fatigue was kicking in. My brain was working overtime. Imagine constantly translating, constantly searching for the right phrase, even when you're just trying to relax. It's exhausting. I found myself making some genuinely funny mistakes, like trying to ask for hot water, but my brain just kept spitting out warm, wet, which got some confused looks at the cafe, or accidentally saying, "I'm pregnant," instead of "I'm busy." Thankfully, that one was just to myself. The most frustrating part wasn't grammar or vocabulary, but the sheer slowness of my thought process. I couldn't react as quickly, couldn't tell jokes with the same timing. I started to understand why native speakers seem so effortless. It's because their brains aren't constantly building the language as they speak it. This was the point where my brain felt like it was genuinely starting to break. The mental exhaustion was real. Part 3, the breakthrough. Day 3, a glimmer of fluency and new connections. Sunday arrived, and honestly, I woke up wondering if I could even make it to the 72-hour mark. But then something shifted. It wasn't a sudden magical transformation, but a subtle ease. Because my brain had been forced to operate only in English for so long, it started to find shortcuts. I noticed I was translating less and thinking directly in English more often. Conversations flowed a little more naturally. I understood nuances I might have missed before. I had a really engaging video call with an English-speaking friend, and for the first time I wasn't constantly worrying about my mistakes. We just talked. And that right there was the breakthrough. It wasn't about being perfect. It was about the flow. It was about feeling connected without the constant internal struggle. It felt like my brain was building new pathways, almost forced into creating them by the intense immersion. Part 4. The aftermath. What I learned and the broken brain. Feeling. The 72 hours finally ended, and honestly, my brain felt squishy, like I'd run a linguistic marathon. The immediate aftermath was a weird mix of relief and continued English thoughts. It takes a while to truly revert to your native language as the default. So, what did I learn from this extreme challenge? Passive versus active knowledge. You know a lot more English than you think. Being forced to use it actively brings it to the surface. The power of immersion. There's no substitute for being forced to think and speak in the language. It speeds up the process significantly. Mistakes are unavoidable and essential. I made so many errors, but because I had no choice but to keep speaking, I learned to just move past them. The fear of mistakes really is a huge barrier. Mental fatigue is real. Language learning is brain work. Respect that and plan for breaks. The broken brain is good. That feeling of mental exhaustion means your brain is actively rewiring itself. It's a sign of growth, not failure. Confidence. Boost. Surviving 72 hours of pure English, even with struggles, gives you an incredible boost of confidence. You can do it. Part 5. Should you try it? And how to do it safely. So after all that, should you try a 72-hour or even 24-hour English-only challenge? My answer is yes, absolutely. But with some important caveats to make sure your brain doesn't actually break. Here's how to do it safely and effectively. Set realistic expectations. Don't expect perfection. Expect discomfort. That's where the growth happens. Prepare your environment. Change your phone language, computer settings, social media feeds to English. Surround yourself with English materials, books, music, podcasts. Inform your friends, shop family. Let people know what you're doing so they understand why you might be speaking English or struggling a bit. This also creates accountability. Find an English-speaking buddy. If possible, find a friend or language partner who will do the challenge with you, or at least only speak English to you during this time. Focus on communication, not perfection. Don't stop to correct every grammar mistake. Keep the conversation going. The goal is flow. Utilize resources. Have Google Translate or a dictionary ready for when you're truly stuck, but try to use it minimally. Immerse yourself in English media. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, read articles, play games, all in English. Journal in English. At the end of each day, write about your experiences, thoughts, and feelings in English. This is crucial for processing. Listen to your body. If you feel genuinely overwhelmed or stressed, take a short break, then restart. It's a challenge, not torture. This challenge is one of the fastest ways to force your brain to adapt and activate all that passive English knowledge you've built up. It accelerates your brain's processing speed and significantly boosts your confidence. Part 6. The long-term impact and your fluency journey. My 72-hour challenge might have ended, but its impact on my English fluency was profound. I continued to think more in English, my reaction time improved, and my fear of speaking significantly decreased. It was like hitting a reset button on my language learning. This experience showed me that true fluency isn't just about grammar rules or vocabulary lists. It's about courage, consistency, and active immersion. It's about pushing past your comfort zone, embracing the struggle, and allowing your brain to adapt. Every time you push yourself, even a little, you're building those neural pathways. You're becoming more comfortable, and you're moving closer to speaking English, not just correctly, but naturally. So if you're feeling stuck, or you want to give your English a massive turbo boost, I highly recommend giving a challenge like this a try. Start small, maybe 24 hours, and then build up. Your brain might feel a little broken at times, but it's the kind of broken that leads to breakthrough. Thank you for joining me on this incredible English Odyssey, a challenge that truly transformed my perspective on language learning. I hope my experience inspires you to take your own leap. What's the biggest English challenge you've ever faced or that you want to try? Share it in the comments below. If this video gave you the push you needed, please hit that like button and share it with anyone striving for English fluency. And of course, for more inspiring stories, motivational content, and fun lessons to guide you on your linguistic adventure, be sure to subscribe to English Odyssey. We'll see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing your limits.